Saying that there is a bad Dario Argento movie is like saying that you're the least strongest of the Justice League. I guess that would be Aquaman when he's on land. But yeah, that's a handicap. But when he's being aquatic, he's pretty dang strong. Or Batman. I don't know. But anyway, definitely, in my opinion, the card player is like that. It's not bad. It's fine, passable for an hour. 407 was 104 minutes of entertainment. Director Dario Argento, Tenebrae Inferno, returns to classic form with this vicious thriller about a serial biller who taunts police with online video poker. But for every round the cops lose, a kidnapped young girl is mutilated live via webcam. Now an Italian detective, Stefano Rocca, the talented Mr. Ripley, and an Irish forensics expert, Liam Cunningham of Dog Soldiers, must race against time to trap a maniac. From the computer screens to crime scenes, the games have begun. The stakes are murder, and the hunt is on for the psychopath only known as the card player. Fiore Argento co-stars with an intense score by Claudio Simonetti of Goblin, Deep Red, and grisly special effects by Sergio Stavelli of Opera and Phenomena. The international hit that Fangoria hails as chilling, another violent, stylish thriller from Italy's top expert. And then Argento outdoes himself. A very tense thriller. Highly recommended. It says DVD Times. And also the new suspense shocker from the legendary creator of Suspiria. He's banking on the name to hopefully get people to entice it. This one is fine. It's like, alright. Yes, I do. The premise is, I can't even deny it. The premise is ludicrous, to say the least. It's like online video poker, and suddenly La Polizia is going to is forcing to play the game, even though they should have been instantly tracking him or whatever, because they still could have had the technology to do so, but whatever, that's irrelevant. This one's fine. All ridiculous things aside, yeah. This is it's a definition of made-for-TV movie. Alright, even one reviewer said this would be CSI Rome, or this would be Law and Order, Special Rome Edition. I don't know. It's pretty much the standard. It's like, yeah, we have the hard-boiled woman on the job who's there, but when she's off the job, she can't, for whatever reason, she doesn't have a relationship with anyone, and when we find out, and I'm spoiling a movie that not many people have heard of, that her father became obsessed with poker, so much so that he ignored everything else, and ultimately, I think with debt or whatever, he threw himself down in a train, and obviously didn't survive. So she has no desire for male companionship, and remains absolutely hard-boiled on the job. And yes, then comes in a member, John, whatever his name is, played by Liam Cunningham, and he's there. He's got his own past. He's got his own past of, there was like a hostage situation. People were wearing masks, and he billed a couple of them. One of them was a minor, unfortunately. So he's got his own thing going on. But he eventually teams up with our leading lady, and they create a on-screen chemistry, and you can pretty tell what's going to happen, especially when they go to the bedroom together. You can infer. Yeah. They're wondering who is this. So we're all wondering who is this card player. This card player, of course, has the webcam, and we also see the women that are there. It's like, what? It's like, yes, they are playing the game, and all this happening at the same time. It's such a premise. It just is like, dang. But we do, per usual with Argento's works, we get to see some of the police work procedures, like filming filming an interview or filming the card game, listening to the audio, trying to detect anything unusual. The boss saying that he's the one in charge, who's going to take the responsibility, and he's going to eventually have something happen to him. Yes, this does happen. I mean, they'll even go as far, get a hot shot, like, what was he, like 19-year-old, who says that he feels like this force going through him that turns when it can be lucky. That's what happens. Like, you can see all the cliches, conventions coming, but it's done enough that it would probably still play on whatever the main Italy channels are, whatever their version of ABC is. I don't know. IJK. So, it's fine. But, it was like, hey, we're going to start discovering stuff. It's like, okay, why are we having techno music play? The techno music comes in later, towards the end, during the climax, at a train. Yes, our heroine has to resolve the past trauma that she's had, and what better way than having. And what a surprise! The culprit is one who is a member of the force that tried to make advances on our hero and our heroine, like love advances. And it's just like, we've just seen that so many times. Whatever. It is indeed. It's like that's the same convention that Argento used, just like how it was in Dark Glasses. It's also here as well. It's also just like done in Wizened Bird with the crystal plumage. It was fine. I'll admit there was a scene where Remo, the gambling kid, does manage to get he's kind of choosing for his own life. Which way does he go? One is life, one is death. Goes through the left side, and goes down a corridor. It's just like it's like the most memorable scene. Goes through the corridor, emerges on the other side, but gets taken in with something like wrapped around his neck, kind of about frees himself, and then ultimately gets harpooned to death. And that was interesting to see. There's some blood here, but it's not too much. There's some decayed bodies, though. Those, obviously, those are dummies, of course, but it was still a little gruesome to see the state of decay, and just will make you want to stay away from poker and being in the water for a while. Yeah. Originally, this was going to be a sequel to the Stendhal Syndrome, but Dario's daughter, Azia, didn't want to partake in it, so it ultimately went through its little transmogrification, I guess is the word, into what it is now with the card play. And we get an actress who didn't give Argento any trouble for once. They even discussed film theory together, so like how the character should evolve and how she should approach it and stuff like that. That was pretty funny to see. And he said yes, he does give, but he will also take a lot. It's like, this is an interview that's on the extra, saying like, yeah, he's kind of like a teacher to me. He knows exactly what he wants, and I'm listening to him. So even the actress herself actually spent some time with like 4 policewomen trying to get an understanding of like being hard-boiled and being not exactly vulnerable, but just to get a true understanding of what's going on. But yeah, this movie, during the is like when they had the what was this? When did this come out again? Like 1990 something, 2004, something like that. Anyway, this is like we get to see the graphics. Like you could tell it's off the time, just the low resolution, but overall, of its era, graphics were just, the techno was just so weird. I'm like, what is this trying to be? It was like Argento said he was trying to somewhat recapture the bird with the crystal plumage, I mean, even going so far as to isolate a sound. You know, there's the bird here, and now there's like this cannon fire that's going in that goes off every day at noon. If this is an episode of Dick Wolf filming in Italy, I don't know. At the same time, it's fine. It's passable. It's like, I don't know. Alright, to be fair, the female, it was nice to see a more interesting female lead here who is always just like a damsel in distress. And she has her own stuff to go through. I will say that was pretty nice to see. But, yeah, just, it's run-of-the-mill, average, fine. Like a 5, 6 out of 10. It's not bad. It's just conventional. If you just keep that in mind, don't expect too much of, like, from the days of Demons, Tenebrae, Inferno, etc. And I recommend that you watch The Card Player.